So for this session, it is also very important that you will take notes, okay, and answer lalo yung guide questions na ipoprovide natin later for our mindful career planning. Okay, so my topic for you this day is mindful career planning, aligning your values with your professional choices. So we see it here in our screen. Yeah. So we need to be mindful in our career planning because, okay, it is an integral part of our life. Imagine spending more than half, okay, of our life, okay, in our career. That's why we really need to make the most out of it. Okay? So in this topic, pag-usapan natin bakit natin kailangan maging maingat at mindful sa career planning natin. So there will be 3 points or 3 topics na dadaanan natin ngayon. First is that we are going to list the 7 reasons why you need to be mindful with your career planning. Number 2, we are going to understand why your values matter in your decision making for your career. Siyempre, maraming career options dyan, and we need to know why our values matter. And number 3, answer the guide questions in navigating your career path. So later, maganda masagutan natin itong mga guide questions na ito na provide natin sa third part ng ating discussion. So let's proceed. List the 7 reasons why you need to be mindful in your career planning. Start with, first reason is that your lifestyle or my life aspiration and my career progression. So marami sa atin, when we started the year, we started it hopeful, marami tayong gustong mangyari, marami tayong gustong maabot our goals. And the truth is, in order for us to fund, okay, those goals, whether those are travel goals or property goals or lifestyle goals, then we need to also develop or grow in our careers. Kailangan nating malaman kung nagpo-progress ba talaga tayo sa ating career. Okay? Number 2, why be mindful in your career? Okay? Because the workplace is fast-paced and it requires diligent decision making. Napakabilis po ng pagbabago sa workplace. Yung mga bagay na applicable noon doesn't mean na applicable pa rin siya ngayon. Napakarami pong technologies ang dumadating at ang daming mga pagbabago po, napakabilis po. Okay? That's why we need to be mindful sa pagpaplano ng ating career. We need to know what is happening today in the marketplace, okay, in the industries na kinabibilangan natin kasi po mabilis po talaga ang changes. Pangatlo, you need to be mindful because no one will be accountable to your career, to your personal growth except you. I believe nabanggit ito ni Coach Romer kanina na if we are not going to plan our careers or our life, others might be planning something about it. We are, alam mo yun, nabubuhay tayo to fulfill other people's plan kasi tayo mismo wala tayong plano. So, napaka-importante nito, may mga managers and may mga leaders tayo na concerned sa atin. But the truth is, unless we take accountability sa ating personal growth and career development, mahirap talagang mag-progress. So if I am to ask you this question, are you accountable to your career? Are you serious? Are you intentional about your career development? Yan. Pang-apat, you need an honest evaluation of my current position to navigate towards my career aspirations. Okay? Mindful planning involves evaluation, honest, sometimes brutal evaluation kung nasaan na tayo sa current position natin. Gano'n na ba tayo katagal? Okay? Kailan ba yung naging last promotion natin? Gaano pa ba tayo kalayo mula sa goals natin? Kahit kailan ba yung last time na talagang nagkaroon tayo ng development sa ating career or career-wise? So, maganda magkaroon tayo ng evaluation kasi napakabilis ng panahon. Magugulat ka na lang, 5 years ka na nag-work, 10 years ka na nag-work. And of course, we wouldn't want those years na hindi natin ma-maximize. That's why we are having this career planning for 2024. We want to maximize this year. So, magkakaroon ka dapat ng honest evaluation. Alright? Para malaman mo kung saan ka at paano ka pupunta sa pupuntahan mo. Parang pagbiyahe lang po yan. Di ba? If you want to go, halimbawa, sa SM Manila, kailangan mo malaman kung nasaan ka muna. Diba? Hindi pwedeng pupunta ka ng SM Manila, tapos nanggagaling ka dito sa Cubao, alright? Tapos sasakay ka, diba? Papunta sa Antipolo, diba? Kasi nga, you have to know where you are para malaman mo rin kung saan ka dapat pumunta. So mamaya magkakaroon tayo ng honest evaluation. Next, Lord, why be mindful in planning your career? Because you want to see yourself succeed or at least improve in your craft. Tama ba? Gusto natin makita nagtatagumpay tayo. Or at least man lang nag-i-improve tayo sa ating career. Siyempre, di ba? Parang napaka-frustrating din ang pakiramdam kapag you're doing the same thing all over and over again for 3 years or 5 years, tapos walang development, di ba? Walang nangyari sa career mo, ganun pa rin. Siyempre, maaaring dumating sa point parang, di ba, ano ka na lang, masanay o parang somehow mawalan ka ng gana. Ano po ito, paulit-ulit, wala na bang challenge? Actually, one study shows nga that employees who are challenged and yung mga employees na may mga bago silang na-encounter sa kanilang trabaho are most likely to stay in a company. That's why it's important that we see ourselves succeed, di ba? Sino ba naman yung ayaw magtagumpay sa buhay? And syempre, gusto mong makita, kung baga gauge mo yan sa iyong sarili, kung talaga bang nagagawa mo or na-hit mo yung goal. Diba? So ako ba ay nag-grow? Ako ba ay nagtatagumpay? Nakikitaan ko ba ng progress ang aking sarili? O nag-i-improve man lang ba ako sa career na ginagawa ko? Siyempre, it adds fulfillment to us. Right? So next is my career development means I can add more value to people around me. Diba? Why do we really want to develop in our career? Or why we need to be mindful? It is because ang career development natin, ibig sabihin, we can add more value to people around us. Diba? Bakit ba natin gusto mag-improve sa ating career? Because we want to, help our family. We want to give them a better life. We want to, provide for them. Gusto natin sila madala at maisama sa mga travels natin. Gusto natin sila mabigyan ng magandang buhay. Pag nag-grow tayo sa ating career, mas natutulungan natin ang ating pamilya. Diba? Ganon din ang clients natin. Pag maging mas mahusay tayong mga professionals, mas nasasatisfy natin at mas nabibigay natin ang magandang service sa ating company at sa ating clients. Ganon din sa juniors. If you improve in your career, it means also that you can be a better mentor. Diba? Pwede kang magturo at pwede mo mag-guide yung mga bago sa industry or bago sa company. Bakit? Kasi you've grown in that field. Diba? And at the same time, pag patuloy tayo nag-grow, ganon din, magiging asset tayo ng company at maganda ang value na may idadagdag natin sa company na kinabibilangan natin. So that is one very important reason din, why we need to be mindful in our career, because we want to increase our contributions, okay, to the society, to the company, to the clients, and to everyone, including our juniors, okay, sa company. Gusto natin matulungan. And lastly, this is the 7th reason why you need to be mindful in planning your career, because I want to grow to a point of leadership, financial freedom, influence, and positive impact. Ito ang ganda nito. Alam mo yun, importante po kasi na ang goal natin, bakit natin gustong umangat sa ating career, ay hindi lang basta financial freedom. That is a good motivation. Walang masama po doon. Pero I believe that there is more to financial freedom. Kasi halimbawa, paano kung na-achieve mo na yung financial freedom? What's next to that? So ibig sabihin, wala ka nang susunod na goal. And here comes a good opportunity naman to influence, okay, and drive positive impact, sa mga tao na nakapaligid sa atin. So if we want to grow to a point of leadership na tayo naman ay nakaka-add ng value, na tayo ay nakakatulong, na tayo ay nakaka-inspire, na tayo ay nakaka-elevate ng ibang tao, at lalong-lalong magkaroon tayo ng positive impact through our careers, di ba? Isa din sa nabanggit ni Coach Romer kanina, na we spend most of our waking hours, di ba, sa isang linggo. And it adds meaning. Yung work natin, it adds meaning sa ginagawa natin sa ating buhay. Halimbawa, part ka ng isang construction company or constructions industry or engineering industry, civil engineering. Diba? Ang makita mo na makapagtayo kayo ng isang magandang building or isang magandang property na kung saan people can do business in that, matibay, secure, at talagang high quality, diba? It drives impact, diba? Makikita mo, wow, I've been part of that. Diba? Isa kami sa nagtayo niya. Or isa kayo sa nagtayo, diba? Ng LRT or isa kang head engineer doon sa LRT. Meron po tayong member dito sa Designado. Diba? Head engineer, isa sa mga engineers ng LRT. Diba? So, diba, makita mo yun, wow, diba? I've been part of this project na nagsuserve sa bansa namin, diba? Na nagpapadali ng buhay ng maraming mga commuters. That's positive impact. At marami pa pong paraan. And again, our career is one part. Okay, para po magawa natin. So you need to be mindful in your career planning because of these 7 reasons. Let's proceed with the second discussion natin. Right? Why your values matter. Sagutin natin, why our values matter in your decision making for your career. Okay, so our career needs decision making. Okay, pinagdidesisyonan po yan at ina-actionan. Hindi yan pwede kung ano na lang yung mangyari sa atin, bahala na. So there is a decision making process na nangyayari po. At may importanteng role po dyan yung values. Okay, yung values natin as a person and as a professional. Let me tell you why. The first reason why your values matter in your decision making pagdating sa career mo is that your decision making depends on what matters to you. That's why we call it values. Diba? Kaya bawat company makikitaan natin may values. Diba? May values, may core values po silang ina-uphold. Ibig sabihin, these values lies, okay, firstly or in priority, diba? Sa kanilang pong organization. Kumbaga, ito ang dapat mauna at ito ang kanilang set of values. The truth is, we also have, okay, our personal set of values. And we make decisions according to these values. Sa totoo lang po, may mga pagkakataon hindi visible ito sa isang tao. But the truth is, every one of us has a set of values. I'll give you a classic example. Una, okay, merong isang empleyado, right? Gusto niya na makatulong sa maraming tao or gusto niya makatulong sa kanyang company at sa kanyang mga customers. Gusto niya mag-improve because values niya ang personal growth and adding value. That's his values. Here comes another employee. Maganda naman para sa kanya ang contribution, kaya lang ang kanyang values ay mas okay na relax lang siya at hindi siya mas stress. Eh, mas importante sa kanya na nagagawa niya lang yung trabaho niya, nadi-deliver niya lang, ayaw niya sa masyadong stress, kaya ayaw niya rin umakyat sa corporate ladder at ayaw niya maging leader sa kung saan siya. Kasi nga, alam niya na mape-pressure siya. Di ba? So para sa kanya, mas importante na relax lang ang kanyang buhay, it is his values. So there are two people, two employees, magkapareho sila ng kumpanya, pareho sila ng oras ng pasok, maaring pareho sila ng position, pero magkaiba sila ng values. At sa palagay ninyo, sino yung mas magsasucceed? Diba? For sure, ang sagot natin is yung first employee. Diba? Kasi values niya mag-add ng value. Okay? Values niya na tumulong, values niya mag-contribute. So siya, hindi siya papayag na hindi siya nag-grow. Tama ba? Again, your values, okay, influences your decision making because we make decisions based on what matters to us. Right? Second reason, very important po ito. Not all career options and opportunities suits your skills, beliefs, and aspirations. Diba? Sa totoo po, bilang professionals, ang dami nating choices. Ang dami nating career options. Diba? Sa current field pa lang natin, ang dami na nating pwedeng pagpilian. Diba? So, ano ba talaga ang tamang piliin? Ano ba talaga yung dapat kong maging career path? Kasi nga, ang dami nating options. Diba? Halimbawa, ang course mo ay nursing. Diba? Pagpasok mo ng corporate world, makakakita ka ng iba't ibang set of professionals. Diba? At maaring i-consider mo yung options na yun bilang maging career path mo. But the question is, para doon ka ba talaga? Diba? Another one, opportunities. Merong promotion opportunity sa office ninyo or sa company yung pinagtatrabahuhan mo. Pero alam mo din na hindi yun yung path o hindi yun yung role na gusto mo o yung fit sa skills mo. Yes, opportunity siya na binibigay sa'yo, pero alam mo na hindi ka doon best magpa-function. So napaka-importante ito kasi nga not all career options and opportunities and even trends po okay, not even the trends na nangyayari ngayon ay dapat mong pasukin. Halimbawa, diba? Dumating yung time, sobrang daming nag-nursing, kumuha ng course na nursing early 2000. Diba? At talagang napuno po ang mga campuses ng mga nursing students. Diba? Kasi nga, we know some of them then na they were encouraged or they were advised na kunin yung course. Pero meron silang ibang gusto, maaring mass comm ang gusto nila, journalism ang gusto nila, at ibang course, may pwedeng criminology or education. Pero yun yung naibigay sa kanila. Alright? And nakita po natin, nagkaroon tayo ng mass production po ng mga nurses. Okay? At marami po sa kanila ay talagang hindi rin na-practice Okay? Yung kanila po background or field of study. Mayroong mga nag-practice pero meron ding hindi. Okay? And it does not only happen in a nursing course. Marami pong mga ganyang scenarios. Okay? Another example is ngayon, ang trend, di ba? Uso ngayon ng virtual assistant or free assistants or freelancing. Di ba? Does it mean na dapat mo na rin siyang pasukin? Again, we need to check, does it suit my skills, and my beliefs, and my aspirations? Ito ba talaga yung gusto kong mangyari? Di ba? O kaya yung beliefs, nako, very important po yan. Paano kung ipinopromote ka pero may ipinapagawa sa'yo na unethical? Nangyayari po yan sa workplace. At maaaring nakuha niya yung position, pero sa kanya hindi siya masaya. Di ba? So, hindi niya rin mahal yung ginagawa niya. So, hindi rin match para sa atin. So, okay, again, hindi po lahat ng career options, opportunities ay suit sa ating skills. Okay? Kaya po very important yung values. Okay? You need to understand, ano bang mas maganda? Ano ba talaga ang mahalaga sa iyo? Ano ba yung gusto mo? Ano ba yung purpose mo? What matters to you? Ano bang gusto mong ma-achieve? Ano bang gusto mong marating? Alright? Values po yan. We'll go to the number 3. Okay? Point of discussion natin ngayon. Guide questions in navigating your career path. At this part of our session, I need you to maybe screenshot, okay, or write down these questions, and maybe this evening then, if you have time, sagutin po natin ito. Okay? Very important to. Guide questions. Right? I will be giving you 6 questions. Alright? Nakapoint ito. Number 1, if you want to navigate your career, you have to ask yourself, where am I in our organizational position? How long have I been here? How long do I desire to be in this position? Halimbawa, manager ka or supervisor. Di ba? In your career progression ladder or in your organizational structure, nasaan ka na as a manager? Okay? Or nasaan ka na as a supervisor? Ano pa ba yung career steps na pwede mong i-take? Okay? But then again, you need to have a proper evaluation muna kung nasaan ka na. Another question is, okay, how long have I been here in this position? Gaano katagal ka ng supervisor? Okay, baka 10 years ka ng supervisor. Di ba? Are you willing to add another 3 years pa as a supervisor? Again, depends to you. Depends sa values po natin yan. Gaano mo katagal gustong mag-stay sa position na yon? You know, career pathing and career growth po is not only about promotion. Very important po dito yung values na pinag-uusapan natin kanina. Because I've also met professionals na 6 years, 7 years na sila sa position nila at okay lang po sa kanila yun. And I believe you are here, you signed up because you are serious about personal growth and adding value sa mga tao sa paligid natin. And you're serious about your success as a young professional or as a seasoned professional. So, gaano ka nakatagal sa position na yan at gaano mo pa katagal gusto mag-stay? Okay? Second question, what are my gifting? Where am I skilled at? And what do I love doing? Yan, ito yung skill part. Saan ka ba magaling? You know, there are really things that we call gifting. May mga giftings po talaga tayo. Diba? Hindi po lahat ay magaling sa organization. Hindi po lahat ay sa communication. Hindi naman lahat din ay magaling sa graphics and arts. Diba? Talagang may giftings po tayo. And you have to know your strengths. Diba? Kasi yung strengths mo, I'll share with you how it works. If you are good at one thing, you can do it with a minimal time, but with an excellent output. Why? Because you're gifted to that. Okay? Some others na hindi gifted doon sa craft na yon, they can still do it, but with a longer time, pero not as excellent as the output ng isang gifted na tao dun sa craft na yon. Kapag nalaman mo ang gifted mo, importante po yan para malaman mo sa ang course ka, okay, pupunta, okay, sa career mo. Okay? Where am I skilled? Saan ka ba magaling? Okay? Dito po sa designary, we believe in design purpose. Ibig sabihin, naniniwala tayo may kanya-kanyang strengths po ang bawat isa. At hindi po natin yon kailangan i-compare sa atin. Okay? And at the same time, we need to discover our strengths and our gifts para malaman natin kung saan ba tayo mas makakapag-add. At saan ba tayo, alam mo yan, mas maging excellent. Sa totoo lang naman kasi, hindi ka mapopromote kung hindi ka naman mahusay sa trabaho mo. Tama ba? Alam mo, may isang industry before. Sa sobrang bilis ng pag-boom ng industry na yon, magtagal ka lang ng 6 months, pambilang mapopromote ka na eh. Kasi nga, ang bilis ng boom ng industry. Pero ngayon, bumagal na ulit yon and you need to work hard, okay, para makuha yung next step ng promotion kasi antindi na ng competition. So, hindi na nag-work ngayon yung patagalan lang, mapopromote ka. Kailangan skillful ka sa ginagawa mo. Pangatlo, third question. What department or next level position in my current company needs my skills? Okay? So, again, hindi lahat ng opportunity para sa'yo. Okay? At let us reserve, okay, yung coach, what if I want to venture into another career? That's another topic. Mahaba po yan. For us, dito lang muna tayo magstay sa question to. What department or next level position in my current company needs my skills? Okay? Saan ba fit? Okay? Ano ba yung mga department sa paligid? Ano ba yung mga next level positions na fit yung skill mo? Halimbawa, if you're into communication, di ba? At ang field of study mo ay education. Or maybe you can take the people development department or the LNOD, leadership and development. Di ba? Or kung yung field of study mo naman at ang iyong skill ay organization or human resource, di ba? Then you go for HR, di ba? So you have to navigate, okay? Maaring hindi perfect ang position mo sa iyo ngayon kasi entry level ka. Pero you can choose the next department na pwede mong targetin to grow in your career. Okay? In my first job, marami pong department sa amin at pumili lang ako ng isa kung saan kailangan ng skill ko. Kasi alam ko, hindi rin ako magiging effective masyado sa ibang department kasi hindi yun ang skill ko. So I chose. Alright? At yun po ang pinurso ko. So hanapin mo muna yan sa loob ng organization, sa department, marami po yan. Kahit po ang clinic ay another department. Kung talagang ang heart mo ay nasa medical field at pag-assist, pag-aalaga ng patients, pwede kang mag-shift doon kung yun talaga yung career ng path na gusto mo. Pang-apat, who are the key people who needs to be informed about my career goals? Nako, importante po ito. Sino yung mga dapat mong i-inform sa mga career goals mo? Hindi pwedeng ikaw lang ang may alam. Okay? At you expect your boss na, okay, magplano siya para sa iyo. No, you have to inform your boss, your immediate supervisor, okay, kung anong career goals ang aspirations mo. You have to tell him, boss, I want to improve in my career. So kailangan mo itong tulungan. Pagtulungan din yung dalawa. Okay? Or the key people na kailangan makaalam ng career goals mo. Why? Because they will be in meetings na kung saan wala ka doon. At kapag nagkaroon ng opening, kapag naalala niya, because you have communicated it properly, maalala niya, ay, naalala ko, si Nino ay nag-raise na gusto niya dito sa department na ito. Or ngayon, may opening tayo, why not siya yung kunin natin, di ba? Meron kang alay sa loob na nagpupush, okay, ng pangalan mo sa mga choices. Why? Because you have informed them about your goals. Okay? Number 5, last 2. When do I expect myself to attain the position? Siyempre, bigyan mo naman ng timeline ng sarili mo. Di ba? Kailangan time-bound, smart. Di ba? So, gano'n mo katagal yan i-goal? 1 year? Or wag naman 5 years, tapos next position. Di ba? Bigyan mo ng reasonable time. Okay? Yung sarili mo kung kailan mo siya i-expect na ma-attain. Isama mo na rin yan sa i-communicate mo with your immediate supervisor or mentor. Next, and last na to, how can I leverage my skills to excel in my aspired field or department? Again, hindi pwedeng tenure ka lang, automatically mapopromote ka na. You need to be skillful. And again, why do you want to be promoted? It's not only for financial gain or for financial freedom. Of course, you want to add more value to people around you. And it is proven na yung mga tao nag-a-add ng value, they are the highly paid individuals and employees sa companies. So be skillful. Aspire to contribute. At isi-share pa natin yan. Meron pa tayong ganyang topic dito po sa 4 recordings natin. Sessions natin about career progression videos. Okay? Meron lang akong gustong i-share about, if you know this person, this coach, Eric Spoelstra, the coach of Miami Heat. Diba? Do you know that he started in Miami Heat as part of the media team? You'll see in the next slide, ang kanya pong beginning is part of the media team po siya. Isa sa mga graphic designers doon. Part siya ng tech, di ba? But right now, he has become the head coach and he just received, millions, okay, of contract na renew recently lang, di ba? And he's adding value, And he, as you can see, he really loves what he does. So in a single organization, nag-grow siya kasi nag-target siya, di ba? At nag-add siya ng value, nakita ang skill niya, and we have Eric Spoelstra today. Next is, you know this person, Steve Harvey, di ba? Isa sa pinakamahusay na host that we have globally, worldwide today. And saan ba nag-start si Steve Harvey? He started as a stand-up comedian in 1985. Ganun katagal sa career niya bago niya naabot today kung ano na yung naabot niya. So, importante rin pala yun, no? Hindi pala overnight yung mga career aspirations natin. It takes hard work and it takes time. By the way, marami naging career to. Na-try niya maging boxer. Ang dami niyang career na pinasok. But he stayed to his skills. So, siya mas makakapag-add ng value. And look at him right now, worldwide, well-known, renowned Steve Harvey, one of the best hosts. Okay? And ganun pa rin, comedian pa rin, di ba, na meron tayong. Okay? So, ang daming stories about dyan. Now, let me end with these 3 points. Career growth is possible for people who are intentional and accountable about it. Huwag mo iasa sa iba yung career mo. Take accountability to it. Second is, are you willing to be in the same position 5 years from now? Nasaan ka ba ngayon? Gaano mo pa katagal gusto mag-stay? Own it. Do what is right and gawin mo yung best mo. Give your best. Kaya mo mag-progress. Next is let growth and personal development, excellence and adding value be part of your core values. Kailangan malinaw sa iyong values mo para alam mo kung saan ka pupunta. And lastly, it takes courage to admit where you are and even more, courage to chart your course. But the worst place to be is to be in the same spot after years. So you have to move forward. And the Signare Life Coaches Association is here. Our team of life coaches and professionals are eager to help you. So we invite you to continue with this journey and we hope to see you on our physical session in our life coaching groups. Mas pag-usapan pa natin to. And our goal para sa atin ay lumabas tayo ng career clarity. Meron tayong malinaw na goal setting. Alright? At written plan na susundin natin ngayong follow-through session because we are serious about this matter. Okay? So thank you so much for giving me a hearing. Sana marami tayong napulot. At again, sagutin po natin yung questions sa binigay natin kanina. Now, we are able to list the 7 reasons why you need to be mindful with your career planning and understand why your values matter in your decision-making for your career. And we have answered the guide questions in navigating your career path. There you go. Thank you so much. And let's have a great day. God bless everyone.